Good morning, everybody. Laura Snow here with the Red Cliffs Desert Reserve. I feel like I need a good tag line, something like, hey, all your cats and kittens. Hey, reptile fans. Anyway, today we are going to be translocating tortoises. We have 5 tortoises that were removed from development areas throughout Washington County. And we are going to be putting them out in their new homes, out in very, very remote desert areas where they will be able to dig new burrows, forage for food, and hopefully live a long and healthy life.
Yeah. Do you have the UTMs of that?
We've got 5 tortoises to release today. We are soaking them right now so that they are well hydrated before being released out into their new home. We have Randy, my trusty sidekick. We have Mike, our biologist, Anne from the Department of Natural Resources, as well as Anne's family. You can see that we are all observing social distance protocols, and it is a beautiful sunny day. Today's video is going to be a lot of us huffing and puffing as we carry our buckets of tortoises up the mountain. Here we go. Get a job in outdoor work. They said, it'll be fun. They said, you can carry a tortoise in a bucket up a mountain. Woo! Almost to the top. It is such a beautiful day here in southern Utah. Got some new snow on the Pine Valleys. Town of Leeds below us. At the top of the mountain, now we are going to start our long trek out into this area. Mike, what kind of habitat exactly are we looking for these tortoises' new home?
Yeah, so when we're translocating tortoises, we're looking for usually a good variety of Mojave Desert shrub, creosote, white burr sage, or a couple of the shrubs that we most often associate with tortoises, but other things like ephedra and blackbrush, they like those as well. Also areas where there's washes, so if you put them near a wash, that's an area where water can kind of pool up, and that's where more of the annual species, the flowers and grasses grow that tortoises like to eat. Also areas where there's good burrowing, areas where they can burrow under rocks, or just good other types of soils that tortoises can burrow into. And obviously we're looking for areas that are unburned. Right now, as we're hiking towards hopefully a better area, we're hiking across a large swath of burned habitat, which of course isn't as good for tortoises. So that's kind of what we're looking for.
So as we get closer to those places, will you help me point out some of those plants?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll look for some of those. Right here, we're seeing a lot of plants that are more associated with disturbance, a lot of invasives, cheatgrass. I think I see some tumbleweed popping up in here, but eventually we should start to transition into more of a native Mojave Desert shrubland.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, we have dropped down into a valley here. You can see that there is a lot more plant life. We've got our creosote bushes. We have some white burr sage. I'm seeing a few of those annual flowers. Down here, looks like we have a little bit of the fillory that, even though it's an invasive, it is one of the tortoise's favorite things to eat. Each of us have kind of split off. I am going to put my tortoise in this little copse of creosote bushes. All right, she is out of her bucket stretching her legs a little bit, checking out her new surroundings. And again, all of these tortoises that we are releasing today have been taken out of areas throughout Washington County that are going to be developed. You guys know we have a lot of new construction in our area as more and more people move here and move houses and new stores and new schools and new roads and things like that. And all of these tortoises are removed from those areas and then set free out here into the very, very remote areas. This area today, we haven't seen any tracks other than deer tracks. Haven't seen any footprints, haven't seen any litter. This is a place where people really don't come out. These tortoises, while it does kind of suck that they lost their homes, they will be able to build new burrows. They have lots of food out here, and they will be able to successfully create new habitat for themselves.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. The last tortoise of the day.
Yep. So we've hiked down near Little Purgatory here in the Babylon part of the Red Cliffs Desert Reserve. A pretty good mixed shrub habitat out here. Where we are right now is a little bit outside of creosote habitat, but we see some creosote not too far away, so it's still pretty good habitat. There's a lot of other good shrub diversity in here. So we figure this is as good a place as any to release this tortoise. This is male tortoise number 795. So we're hoping this is a good place for him and he'll live a long and happy life in here. So usually we'll try to place tortoises at the mouth of existing burrows when we translocate, but this isn't a very dense tortoise population where we're at, so we kind of had to improvise, and the next best thing can be just setting them under a rock overhang, or in this case just underneath a shrub. And so hopefully they'll have plenty of time to dig their own burrows. It's not supposed to get too cold the next few nights, and the temperatures are up in the 70s, so we think the conditions are just right to release them. And so we'll set them down, watch them for a while, and then eventually just walk away, and hopefully they live a long and happy life out here.
Bye, tortoise. Now that the tortoises have been dropped off, we begin the arduous journey back to the truck. Bum, bum, bum. We made it back to the truck after our, what was it, Mike?
It was a long and arduous journey.
So send those tortoises some luck, and hopefully they make it. They've got hopefully they have a good life. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.